and welcome to Russell's online live classes. I have a very interesting topic for you today, and that is how to start certain in a certain way when you are wanting to say certain things. The suitable sentence starters which you need to know or when you are in different positions. Of course, you know the common courtesies of behavior and the common courtesy words we use, which is when we ask somebody for something, we request please is a courtesy word. When the word please comes at the start, you know somebody wants you to do something or somebody wants your help. Please, can you tell me where this is? Please, may I use your phone? Please, can you direct me to the museum? Please, it is a request word, right? Please. And when the request is granted or when somebody does something for you, what is the way you respond? Thank you so much for your help. Thanks a lot for this. I really appreciate what you have done. Thank you. That's another courtesy word, which is very important when some help is given to you. So, thank you is another courtesy word. Please, thank you. I'm sorry. Again, in situations where you, by mistake, you hurt somebody or you come in somebody's way or you do something wrong, you say, I'm sorry. You take blame and you say, I'm very sorry. Okay, that's another courtesy word you need to do. You can say, I did it by mistake, what to do? No, you have to say, I'm very sorry, right? And when you want to interrupt somebody, when you want to stop something that's going on, you say, excuse me. Excuse me. May I interrupt here? May I ask you a question? Excuse me. Or even a stranger. Excuse me, do you know how to go to this place? Can you tell me where the metro station is? Can you? Excuse me, because you don't know the person. You say, excuse me. These are called common courtesy words. Please, thank you, sorry, and excuse me. Right? Those are the words we start in these given conditions or even given situations. Please when you request for something, thank you when you receive something, excuse me when you want to interrupt somebody or something, or even when you make a sound, involuntary sound, you yawn or you sneeze in public, you don't close your mouth and you say, excuse me, I'm sorry. Right? So, excuse me and I'm sorry for things that we do, and we use these words everywhere. And try using these words definitely in all situations and see the difference it makes in people's reaction to you when you say please and thank you all the time. It is very important. Some of us take it for granted. That's not right. Learn to use them. And similarly, I'm going to go through some useful starters for you here in given situations. For example, when you want to say, I want to do something, I want to talk to you, I want to tell you something, I want to share something with you. You say, I would like to is a more formal way of saying it. Very informally with your friends, you can say, I want to. But supposing you are in a somewhat of, I would like to. I would like to speak to somebody. You don't know the person in the office, in another office, you want to contact the person. I would like to. So you begin with, I would like to, which means I want to. Okay, depending on the situation, you can use either of the two. I want to when you're with a friends, when it's a very informal situation. I would like to speak to somebody. And you are in a restaurant, you say, I'd like to have a pizza. I'd like to have a hot dog. I would like to have a bottle of beer, please. I would like to. Or you're placing your order and you say, I would like to. Okay, I would like to confirm reservations on this flight number so and so. I would like to have some information, please. For example, you're traveling, you want to confirm how much baggage can you carry, how much, let's say, how much before time do you need? It's all there printed. I'm just saying, if you want to call up and ask, I would like to have this information. You ring up a hotel. I would like to know the charges at the hotel, please. Okay, for a day and night stay. Okay, for an ordinary room, for a suite, for a special room, and so on. I would like to have some information. You begin your sentence with, I'd like to have some information. Yes, you cannot ring up suddenly a hotel and say, I want the 2 rooms, please. No, You first confirm the availability, the cost, and wherever you talk, whenever you want to seek information or make a request or whatever the situation, you need to introduce yourself first. That's one of the common courtesies. You suddenly ring up somebody, you cannot say, can I have 2 rooms please? Now who are you? The person doesn't know you from Adam. So what is the right way to proceed whenever you're talking to somebody for the first time? You have to say, greet the person according to the day, part of the day, I mean, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. I am so and so. And then make, I would like to. Understand? Wherever you call up, whenever you call, you need to do these 2 things, which are very, very important. A greeting is of utmost importance. It sets the tone for further conversation, and it gives you an advantage to seek further information. So, good morning, I am so and so. I would like to have some information, please. The word please can work wonders. Like a smile on your face, a please on your lips. Right? So, that is what is very important. So, I would like to is what you have to say at the start of the sentence. I would like to speak on, I would like to throw light on this topic. I would like to explain the situation. Somebody is, questioning you. I would like to explain this, please. Just listen. That is in person. I would like to. And I would like to tell you about how we pay. Suppose somebody has come for an interview. I'd like to tell you about our company. I'd like to tell you about our pay scales. I would like to introduce you to somebody. You've come for the first time to my organization. I would like to introduce you to your teammates or to your colleagues or to the people in the department. I would like to. So wherever you want to say I wish to, you use the word I would like to, which is more formal than I want to. I want to go for a film. You say that to your parents, you say that to your brothers, you say that to your friends. I want to see a film. Let's go for a film. I want to. But here, I would like to seek some information. I would like to know about the flight timings. I would like to speak to somebody, and so on. Is a little more formal. So this is the word you need to use, the useful starter that will help you. Correct? Okay. Did you understand it? And are you going to use it? Yes. These things are taught to you so that you use it, so that your language gets better. It's not just the words and grammar, it's the courtesies of the language also, which are very, very important. Do you agree with me? I'm sure you do. All right. Now, getting on to the next, I'll check. Whenever you say check, you know what it means. Check means to find out if something is okay. Okay, suppose someone said, I want to meet so and so at an office. They come to the reception and say, I want to meet Mr. So and so. I'll check if he's in. I'll check if he's free. I'll check if he's willing to meet you. There can be many options. He may not be at the office. He may not be willing to see you because he's got some urgent work. He may be at a meeting and so on. So what does a receptionist or person at the counter say? I'll check to see. Right? If anybody makes a request of you, you'll say, I'll check to see if it is possible. Right? So, I'll check is to see if it's okay. I'll check with my boss. I'll check to see if my boss is in. I'll check with my department whether the 13th is okay for a meeting. I'll check with my department. I can't give you an answer outright. I can't tell you with surety. I'll check to see if it is okay. Got it? So I'll check implies I'll do it. I will check out if it's okay. Right. I'll check the machine. Supposing something has gone wrong and you ask the mechanic what's wrong and it's not turning, it's not working, it's not, the knob is not turning, whatever it is, the problem with your machine. I'll check, ma'am. I'll check to see it. Your water filter is not working. I'll check to see if the candles are okay. I'll check to see if the water is flowing freely. I'll check to see. So you will say, anybody will say, I'll check it. I'll check the flight timings. The son tells the father, I'll check this flight timings before we start. That means I'll see if it is on time. I'll check on his welfare. The mother keeps asking the father, have you received any information about the son who they have put in a hospital? I'll check to see. I'll check to see on his welfare. I'll check to see on his progress. All right, when you want to go to the school and meet the teacher, I'll check to see if he's progressing okay. I'll check to see if everything is all right in the school front. All right. So you check means to verify if everything is okay or to see if everything is okay. Right? Very often you don't outright give an answers. Can we do it today? Can it happen? I'll check. I'll check with the others. I'll check if it is possible. I'll check if we can do it. Right? You see, use the word I'll check as a starter there. Got it? Now, I'm going to. It's very much in the future tense. I'm going to. I will do many things. I have dreams and ambitions. But I'm going to do this means it's already decided and it's going to happen in the next not distant future. I'm going to do this. I'm going to Delhi this weekend. I've already bought the tickets. Already made my plans. So I use the word I'm going to. Got it? My husband is going to catch tonight's flight. He's going to, which means implication is decided to do something. Okay, I'm going to visit my grandparents next month. I'm going to play cricket from next year, or I'm going to start tennis from next month, learning to play. I'm going to. It's a decision made. I'm going to take up a new course. I'm going to take up a Java course. I'm going to change my job. I'm not getting enough remuneration here and I'm looking for better prospects. So I am going to look for another job. I'm going to change or shift my job. Okay, I'm going to relocate. What's the meaning of relocate? Move away from one place where you reside or where you stay and go to another place for whatever the reason, for a change in job, for education, whatever it is. I'm going to relocate. I've got a seat in Manipal, so I'm going to relocate to Manipal for higher studies. Got it? I'm going to. That means all the decisions have been made. I have gone through the entrance test. I have secured the necessary marks. I've got the admission. So I am confirmed. I have confirmed that I'm going to. So when do you use the word I'm going to? When you're totally sure. You got that? So I'm going for a movie. I'm going to see a movie tonight. How do you say that? Because you already got the tickets. So I'm going to is with surety about a forthcoming event. Right? I'm going to Shimla next year. That is far away. It's always better to use going to in the near future. Okay, I'm going to some other place next month at the most. You can stretch it. All right, I'm going to. And I'm going to take up a new course. I'm going to take up a new job. I'm going to go on a vacation. This year, summer, I'm not going to be in Hyderabad. I'm going to go on a cruise, on a long journey, on a trip abroad. I'm going overseas. I'm going to make a trip overseas. What's the meaning of overseas? Over the seas. That is a place which is far away, which is abroad. I'm going abroad this year. I plan a holiday. I'm going to the US this year. Okay? So it is, I am going to. All right. So that is when you're decided to do something in the near future, you use I'm going to. Is it helping you? Do you understand how you can use it? In which context? When you're talking of something that's going to happen and you're sure it's going to happen. All right, when you have decided on it. Okay, I think summer is going to be very hot this year. It's a prediction or a foreseeing the future because based on the extremities of climate and there are other months like summer, winter was very cold, rains were quite heavy in Hyderabad. So I think it's going to be a very hot summer. And the indications are it's already very hot even in March. So it's going to be very hot in May and June. Got it? So I'm making a presumption. I'm saying it's going to be based on some facts. I'm going to. Okay, it's going to. You can say I'm going to, it's going to, he is going to. Remember this I is not, you don't use it only when you're talking of yourself. You can talk of your father, you can talk of your brother, you can talk of your friend. He is going to. He is going to join the army. He is going to undertake a training in Pune. He is going to do something. She's going to do something. It's going to rain a lot. It's going to be very hot this summer. So you can use any of the subjects, not strictly only with I. Got it? We are going to. They are going to. Any of the subjects you can use for starting a sentence using these starters. Okay, I'm glad. When you start a sentence with saying, I'm glad, obviously some good news, some joyous news. I'm glad you got the first rank. I'm glad you found a better job. I'm glad you got a raise. I'm glad you topped the university. So when you say I'm glad, obviously you're commenting on some very good news. So you say glad, and when I want to give good news, I'm glad you won the match. I'm glad you got the trophy, and so on about others' achievements. I'm glad to inform you that I have got a seat in a foreign university. I've got a seat in so and so university. I'm glad to inform you. I'm glad to tell you. I'm glad. Yeah, it's a little formal. I'm glad to inform you is formal. Okay, but I want to tell you. I wish to tell you. I want to tell you. I would like to tell you that I've got a good job. Is a more informal. I'm glad to inform you that to see you. I'm very glad to see you. So nice to see you. I'm so glad to see you. I'm glad to hear that about another. As I told you, I'm glad to hear you won the match, you got the trophy, you whatever it is, you got a raise. So I'm glad to hear that. Okay, so that is when the news that you're going to express, talk about is joyful, then you say, I'm glad. I'm glad to inform you that our company has done extremely well. I'm glad to announce a bonus for my employees. I'm glad because bonus is a joyful news. I'm going to. Okay, I'm glad to inform you of that. So when you're going to inform anybody about a joyful news, you say, I'm glad. And when you just say, I'm here to, generally, I'm here to, what does it mean? What is the reason I'm here? I'm here to teach you certain communication skills. I'm here to discuss the topic here. I'm here to help you. I'm here to make a presentation on my particular topic. I'm here to guide you. I'm here to train you. The reason why I am here. Same thing, I can talk about another person. He is here to throw light on the new techniques. He is an expert in that field. He is here to throw light on that. He is here to explain to us about how it works. What is the reason he is here? And what is the reason I am here? What is the reason? You're here to learn certain skills. You are here to improve your communication skills. You are here with a reason, with a purpose. Okay, so you can use I'm here, you're here, we are here to discuss. We are here to discuss the topic. We are here at the meeting to discuss the next step. So you can use I am here, you're here, we are here. I'm looking for something. Usually looking for is what? I'm looking for is not seeing. I'm looking for is I'm trying to search. I'm looking for my glasses. Most of the time people are looking for their glasses. I'm looking for a better opportunity for a change in job. I'm looking for better options. I'm looking for a suitable girl for my son. I'm looking for means I'm on the lookout or I am in the search for. So when I say I'm looking for, it means that I am searching for. I'm looking for this address. Excuse me, can you help me? I'm looking for this address. I'm trying to find out this particular address. So I'm looking for this address. I'm looking for a good restaurant in this area. Can you help me? You can ring up anybody and ring up information. I'm looking for a good restaurant in Begumpet area. Can you suggest one? Or can you suggest I'm looking for a typical vegetarian restaurant. I'm looking for a Chinese restaurant. So you can use different, whatever your choices are, whatever you want to talk about. I'm looking for the metro station here. I've never been to this area. Where is the metro station? I'm looking for the metro station. is nothing but asking, where is the metro station? Okay, I'm looking for something. Okay, I'm looking for an opportunity. I'm looking for advancement in my firm. I'm looking for whatever it is you're searching for. I'm looking for my car. I parked it here. I don't seem to remember which lane. I've just come out of the movie. I'm looking for my vehicle in the parking lot. Okay, I'm looking for um, a new house. I want to buy one. I'm looking for a new house. I'm looking around, I'm scouting around, I'm searching for. It all means I am looking for. Clear? Okay. I'm afraid. Whenever you say I'm afraid, it usually you think afraid means I'm scared. No, it has not nothing to do with fear in this case. Whenever you begin a sentence and you start it with I am afraid, it means I'm sorry. Okay, another way of saying I'm sorry. I'm afraid I can't come to your party tonight. I'm afraid it's too late. I can't allow my son, daughter to come out now. I'm afraid the party is called off. Okay, and it is a way of expressing sorry or regret and not anything to do with fear and scare. Okay, so I'm afraid I have to leave. It's very late. I'm afraid I have to leave. You're talking to somebody and you break the conversation and say, I'm sorry now, I have to leave. I'm sorry, I can't join you tomorrow. Your birthday party is tomorrow. I know. I'm sorry, I can't join you. I already have another appointment or I have an important meeting in office. So I can't join you tomorrow, the day after. I can't join you at any particular time. I can't join you. So it's always when you say I'm afraid, it's a negative. The second part would be negative, right? I'm sorry I can't help you. I'm sorry I can't do this. I'm sorry I can't. Usually followed by negative. I'm afraid I can't lend you whatever it is you wanted to, he asked for, my mobile or my camera. I can't lend you. I'm sorry, that's not possible. Okay. I can't rent out our conference hall. We don't do it. So I'm afraid that's not possible. Under no circumstances do we do it. So that's not possible. I'm sorry you got it all wrong. Supposing somebody misunderstands you. I'm afraid you got it all wrong. That's not what I meant. Okay, if somebody misunderstands what you said, did not understand exactly what you wanted to convey, say, I'm afraid you got it all wrong. What's the meaning of got it all wrong? You've not understood it correctly. Got it? I'm afraid you got it wrong. That's not what I meant. So you're mending fences or you're apologizing in a way by saying I'm afraid. Got it? Another way of apologizing is, of course, I'm sorry. Right? I'm sorry is used in other situations also. I'm sorry to hear of your loss. I'm afraid to hear of your loss. You can't say that. Got it? But if you just use the word I'm sorry, it can be used in different contexts also. I'm sorry to hear of your loss of a physical thing or a person. I'm sorry your father, your grandfather passed away. I'm sorry there was a mishap in your house. I'm sorry to hear of it. Okay, you can say that way, I'm sorry. But you can't use I'm afraid there. You understood? It is similar to I'm sorry, but not necessary that you can use I'm afraid in all cases. All right. This is going to be when you can foresee or foretell something in the future. This is going to be a tough election. This forthcoming election, it's going to be tough. This is going to be, it's similar to going to here, but you're talking of a general situation. This is going to be a tough decision. Okay? Asking 5 or 6 members to quit the job, to leave the job, to take voluntary retirement. This is going to be a tough decision for the company. So this is going to be a tough election. As I told you, I think this year's election, it is going to be a tough one. This is going to be a good year for India or for the country or for the world or for Telangana. This is going to be. You're predicting, you're foreseeing. Okay, this is going to be a great year, a fantastic party, a fabulous function. This is going to be a cakewalk. What's the meaning of cakewalk? Nothing to do with the cake that we eat. It's going to be a cakewalk for some party or the other who you are sure is going to win. This is going to be a cakewalk means easy thing to do. Something which is very easy, which you know how to do, how to work it out, how to make it work out. That is called a cakewalk. Okay, I know all about this textile business. He knows all about textile business. It's going to be a cakewalk for him taking over this textile factory. It's going to be a cakewalk, means it's going to be a easy thing for him. So whenever you say it'll be a cakewalk for me, means I'm very well versed in it, I'm confident I can do it, a particular thing, it'll be a cakewalk for me. Okay, if it is relevant to your experience, to your skills, then you say it'll be a cakewalk for me. It'll be a cakewalk for him. He has enough experience in that field, in the Java field. So if he joins in our company in the same position, it's going to be a cakewalk for him. Got it? So that's what a cakewalk is. It's going to be a win-win. This is going to be a win-win situation. What's the meaning of win-win situation? Usually you have two people in any alliance or any, let's say, a negotiation. Two people are negotiating. It's going to be a win-win situation to the giver and the taker. So both are going to get benefits. So when it weighs like that, then you say it's a win-win situation. Nobody gets more and nobody gets less in that transaction of two people, of two parties, two persons. This alliance between this party and this party, they are aligned together. It's going to be a win-win situation. Okay, they're going to get a lot of seats by joining hands with that party. So it's a win-win situation for everybody. So it's profitable or gainsome for both. When both the parties equally benefit, we say it is a win-win situation. Okay? Now, I'm sure. When I start the sentence with I'm sure, what does it mean? I'm confident. I'm sure this will happen. I'm sure you will succeed. I'm sure you will make it. This is very important for a parent or a teacher to continually tell their people under them, the wards under them. You're going to make it. I'm sure you will make it. I'm sure gives a lot of confidence to the listener. I'm sure you're going to make it. I'm sure you will win. I'm sure you can do it. I'm sure it will happen. I'm sure he will get through. I'm sure India will win today's match. I hope you are watching or some of you are tuned in. So I'm sure they are going to win. That is, it is my confidence that makes me say I'm sure. So whenever you're sure about a situation, you say I am sure. You begin it with the starter, I'm sure. When do we use I'd rather? I'd rather is I would rather. Supposing you prefer something else. Okay, there is a discussion going on and want to go for a picnic. Your friends, some of them want to go for a picnic, some want to go for a movie, and some want to relax at home and listen to music and party around. What's your preference? How would you talk about your preference? You'd say I'd rather. Means in my opinion, or given the choice, I'd rather go for a picnic. I'd rather watch a film. I'd rather work in an MNC. I'd rather take up a government job. That means, given the preference, given the choice, I'd rather means I would prefer. Got it? So when you want to talk about your choice, you'd use the word I'd rather. I'd rather marry an Indian girl rather than a foreigner. My brother would rather marry an Indian girl. He's been abroad many years, but he'd rather marry an Indian girl, which means he'd prefer to. Okay, I'd rather join an MNC company. Why? Because of various factors, the work conditions, the opportunities, the ambience, the perks, and so on. I'd rather join an MNC. I'd rather wear jeans to college than saris. I'd rather wear saris to work rather than jeans. So depending on your choice and your what you prefer. I'd rather do this means I'd prefer to do this. I'd rather eat at home than go out, says most fathers, most parents at home. I'd rather eat at home because they're continuously going out during the week and eating out. So I'd rather eat home on at the weekend. Eat at home at the weekend. I'd rather go to a restaurant. I'd rather have outside food and so on. That's your own preference. So when you want to talk about your preference, you start with I'd rather. And there are many choices. Okay, I'd rather vote for whoever is your choice. I'd rather vote for Modi. I'd rather vote for the Congress. I'd rather vote for this party, and so on. But you're stating your preference. It'll be different for different people, obviously. So you would say, I'd rather travel by bus. When I go long distance, I'd rather go by bus than taking the wheel and driving down. It's very, very tiring. I'd rather take a um, AC bus and travel. I prefer overnight journeys. I'd rather take overnight journeys. I'd rather travel by night than by day. Here you save time and you save, and it's cooler. Everything is suitable. So I'd rather travel by night. I'd rather travel by bus. I'd rather travel by plane or whatever is your preference. So when you start with I'd rather, it means you are making a choice or showing your preference. Okay, I'd rather play outdoor games than indoor games. I love the outdoor. I'd rather, okay, I'd rather go to the gym than go jogging. Or I'd rather walk than jog. Whatever is your preference. So when you want to talk of a preference, you'd start with I'd rather. I'd rather, what are the things you prefer? I'd rather mm, play games on my computer than go out and play outdoor games. That is what most children would say today, I think. I'd rather stay home. Okay? I'd rather go out, meet people. There are some who'd rather stay home and spend a week home at the weekend. But I'd rather go out and meet people. That I get an opportunity to see many people. And when I want to make a suggestion, okay, supposing you're with friends, how about? What does the word mean? How about? Means what about? How about? When do you use this word and start? How about going for a movie? How about getting together on Sunday? How about visiting Golconda Fort this weekend? How about? When you are making a suggestion, you say how about. How about let's say eating out? How about getting together? How about visiting so and so? Your suggestion can be anything, but you start the sentence when you're making a suggestion by saying how about. Then, whenever you want to show, let's say, not thankfulness, but somebody does you a good turn, does you a good deed, helps you out, does something for you, I appreciate. Let's say you went through a rough patch, either in health or in personal issues, and somebody shows a lot of concern, somebody offers to help. I appreciate you as a person. I appreciate your gestures. I appreciate your kindness. Right? After the event, you must show your um, thankfulness in a way by using this word. I appreciate what you have done for me. I appreciate how you helped my father. I appreciate how you got him admitted in hospital. I appreciate whatever you have done for me. So it is a way of saying thank you. Okay. And thank you also you can use for many things, as I told you, for things that you receive, for compliments that you get. Very often when somebody compliments another, we are at a loss for words. What's the meaning of loss for words? You don't know exactly what to say. You squirm. What's the meaning of squirm? Your body language becomes a little awkward and you don't know how to reciprocate. So when somebody says, hey, you're looking good, that suits you, what should be your response? I'm glad you think so. Thank you so much. Your head should be high and your shoulders straight when you're accepting a compliment. Don't wriggle, don't feel awkward about reciprocating a compliment. Excellent. You did a very good job. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I'm glad you think so. And so on. So you should learn not only the starters, but also accepting or responding to certain things, right? For please and thank you. Like, thank you so much. Not at all. No problem at all. Don't mention it. You often use those words in response when somebody says, thank you so much. Not at all. Don't mention it. Yeah, you use that? Yes, that is how. So, the courtesy of the language extends beyond just making the assertive statement. The response also should have this correct usage. The courtesy of the language should come even in your responses, most of which we know. Not at all, thank you, no problem at all, and so on. Right? So I hope you got a lot of inputs on how to use these starters in the different situations that I have given you. Remember, every time we deal with topics, we deal with some, we deal with a few. This is not the end. There are many, many more. And we can go on with this in different sessions. Right? That's all for today. Thank you so much and see you again.